What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show. Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
That goes with that intro. It is an absolute banger.
Okay.
Welcome to another edition of Your Show. My name is Gary. Hope you're having a great little Thursday. It's a Thursday. Man, oh man. I guess it's been a short week, so that's interesting. Welcome to it. I hope you had a fantastic little day. If not, we are always here to fix that as we get set for the end of a short week, which is always very, very exciting. And we're going to jump right into our first guests here. That's a plural. Guests, as we have not one, not two, but three dolls in the house. Give it up for the dolls! Yeah!
Say hi, guys.
Look at that. Say hi, guys.
You want to do a wave? You're on the internet.
There you go. Who are these jabronis? Who'd you bring in with you?
These are two of my three kids. We've got Levon and Laurel. They're both having a sucker. Do you want to say hello into the mic, guys?
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Now, I remember Levon. Where's the AC/DC hat? Did you retire that one?
I think he outgrew it.
I guess that's part of being a child and growing.
Or a cousin
stole it
or
hat.
something. Yeah, it's a good
That
hat.
was one of my best memories of Levon is walking in to the studio, and we were KDing and me, and he had the AC/DC hat on. It's like, I wonder what this guy wants to hear.
Well, and shirt, I think. He had both. So
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was fully geared out.
we knew what he was requesting.
That was pretty cool. So this is the KD and me. You know him from not just his band, not just his lawyering, but also his One Bad podcast, which drops every Friday here. And you also know him from a brand new track that you may have heard earlier, as it is the title track for the intro to the One Bad Pod, which is very exciting.
Nice.
You know? So tell me all about the new song and all the new music and all the good stuff. What's going on in the world of One Bad Son?
Yeah, so we got our new single, Too Young to Burn, came out last week.
Woo.
Rock 1-2 has been amazing and spinning it like crazy.
Yeah, they got some good people over there.
Yeah, exactly. And we're getting some spins like in Ontario right now, a little bit in Alberta. So, hopefully it's like we're getting the feedback has been amazing. And we're getting our most ever streams for any single to date. So hopefully that, I feel like, I got a good gut feeling. And as we talked about on the One Bad Pod,
yes.
A lot of times, one thing I'm decent at is sort of using my gut to pick singles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been doing it for like 20 years. So
All your gut.
Yeah, totally. So far, so good. And it's just, I'm super proud of the song. It's like, my kids love it. So that's the biggest test right there.
There you go. Yeah, it's kind of cool to have a cool dad, isn't it, guys? Yeah, you guys are very lucky. Have you had to do any radio tours at all for this bad boy? You guys making any rounds?
I thought you were talking to my kids. No, I mean, not yet, but we're booking some show. We're booking a fall tour, so might have to just do like an early little radio vibe and then announce the shows and then.
Do you enjoy doing the circuit, the radio circuit?
When it's good peeps like Joel and that kind of stuff, yes, but
kid Joel, he's so sweet.
But some radio people are like, they're actually not radio people, or music people, they're just business people,
Yep.
That's why, again, like Joel and other people at Rock 1-2 that actually love music, then then you can just chat as a good hang, right?
Absolutely.
You're talking music to a fellow music lover, but sometimes you walk in, it's just like a suit that's like, tell us about the band, and it's like.
That was exactly where I was going with that setup was, man, if I was a musician and I was doing the rounds and going to all the stations and getting asked the same questions, tell me about the new song. What's it about? How is the tour going? Like, I would just wear on me, man. Like, to the point where you hear about bands who start, like, messing with hosts and start, like, flipping it on them a little bit just to entertain themselves because they're so bored with the garbage questions.
Yeah, and you have to kind of kiss their butts a bit,
Well,
right?
yeah, because they're the ones spinning it.
Exactly. Please add us. I mean, what I found was the really tough. Like, now it's easier. Hello?
Mic check, 1, 2.
The hard era was like back in the day, where, in say when OBS was in the thick of it, touring like crazy. That's why we had to do the 1 hour sleeps we talked about on this last episode. Was we'd play till 2:30, unload your gear, like pack up all your stuff, leave the venue at say 3:30 if you're lucky. But the radio guys, like as you know, the morning crew, that's the most listened to time. So
you on the hot one.
You got to be at the radio station, and it's 2 hours away. We got to be there for 7. So now we're talking. You got an hour sleep if you want to go try to get an ad on the station. So you walk in, and you're just like, it's not a rock and roll time, 7 in the morning, right? And you're just, and it's not like you necessarily even partied the night before. It's almost better if you did. So you're just sort of still going.
Yeah,
but,
no kidding.
Usually it's just like, no, let's go and do the radio thing. So to answer your question, those are the years, like those are the times that were tough, where we're doing a radio tour and a tour, and the end result is no sleep, but number one song. So like you eventually get there, but it's hard work,
Yeah, and just as we recorded some more episodes, you made great points about how, and I talk about all the time here too, about how we wouldn't be the people we are or in the position we are in if we didn't go through all that stuff. If you didn't go through getting an hour of sleep and then doing that tour and then knowing that hard work pays off, I guess, is the big lesson there, because you did it. You went through it, you powered through, you survived, and now you guys are thriving. And it's mostly because of those days, right? And putting in the work.
That's what I would say to Shane. I'm like, no one can ever take away that, right? Like we know what we put in. Some bands don't. Some bands, you release a song and it just goes number one and doesn't take much work. Like sometimes, right? Like, or their team does all the work. It's just like they're a super hipster band. So it's like they don't have to go and hustle,
instant gratification.
Like an instant,
catchy, let's play it
instant
everywhere.
ads. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like some bands just have songs blow up and they don't have to put in they don't have to go across the country like we did, right?
And that's a great point too, is it'd be awesome to be able to go back in time and just see how those bands who had the big hit that landed sort of them on the map and see where they went with that easy road. Like, for instance, another great example is like a rookie on a pro sports team, be it football, hockey, whatever it is. Their first year, they go out and they win a Stanley Cup or they win a Super Bowl. Like, oh, this is so easy. I'm back here every year. This is awesome. And then they spend 20 years and never get back there.
Yeah.
You know?
I've got some clients, right, on the entertainment law side that release a song and it just goes viral and they never have to tour. They never have toured. And they get $1 million single. And I think it's a curse, because
absolutely,
that's what Eddie Vedder always said. He's like, I wish we would have had a gradual build and toured and played clubs and whatever. I mean, I always thought, Eddie, come on, like, just get over it, bro. But he always like, I wish we would have taken us 3 or 4 years, but he handled it well. It just took some. Remember, they stopped releasing videos and stuff.
Yeah.
They kind of like stepped back a bit. But yeah, I think it's honestly at the end of the day, what I can say about OBS is that because it took us so long and so much hard work, we've never taken it for granted. Right? We've never taken a single fan or radio ad or whatever for granted.
You've
right?
always been so appreciative. Uncle Chris says hello. He's watching right now. You want to say hi to Uncle Chris? He just sent a picture. You guys are on the TV. Say hi, Uncle Boone. Anyone? You're blowing his mind. No one?
Laura, you're on the TV. So like you guys have.
That's okay.
You guys have made it.
Congratulations. That's another good point too. And I'm going through that right now on a way smaller aspect, as in with this place. Like, I look back.
You're building it, yeah.
We look back at the first month and a half of doing this live show, and that compared to now, it's garbage. I can't watch it. And at the time, it's like, I'm doing this thing myself. I'm doing all this stuff, and then you think it's good, and you look back and you compare it to what we're doing now, and it's like night and day. It's like, what the heck were we thinking?
Well, imagine a year from now, buddy.
That's what I mean. Just to see that much growth within that little amount of time, that slow build up. I am all about that as we are hanging out with the dolls here on your show, saying hello to Uncle Chris. What does Uncle Kev ever watch?
That's on our next.
Hey?
I'm going to text him. He's going to be.
Yeah. Make it a family thing.
And just to finish that point that you're saying, that's what I always say to Shane too, and I say to other bands. It's like when you build it yourself, then it's like you can actually feel proud about it, right?
Exactly.
Like some people again have success and it's all about their team doing it or whatever, but. With OBS and with this whole, your show, you're building yourself. So
there's nothing can replace that pride of the grind, I guess you could say. Like, actually going through it and knowing that you went through it. And you can look at other guys, like say there's like rival podcasts or whatever there would be out there. It's like if you just jump on and you're instantly successful, you're not going to have the drive to do anything because you're going to think it's just handed to you and you just go like that. And it's just good luck, you know?
If you build your own deck, you appreciate it more than if you hire someone to build a deck for you.
You know that from experience.
Exactly.
Literally, you did that.
That first beer tasted so bloody good, you know?
Absolutely. So the single is out. It's rolling. It's playing everywhere. Is there a special place people go to download it and all that stuff?
Whatever. And it's all over the
music. It's on the music.
Yeah, it's on the music. But I want to hear what people think because I'm really proud of the song. I think it kind of harkens back a little bit to like Retribution Blues-ish, but it's also very different. Yeah. But I just think it's a catchy summer song. So crank it up, have some barbecue going, have a beverage in hand, and text me what you think of or message me on the socials what you think of the song.
There you go. I thought you were going to give your number out there right away
exactly.
to the two people
306.
It's like your brother already has it, man. Don't you worry. With that in mind, and it's really cool too with the One Bad podcast that has sort of been the intro, and every time I edit them and put them together, I listen and I'm singing along to it. Like, it is catchy. I'm like, here we go. Okay. And I was hoping you get spins, but I imagine those don't count for spins, hey, if they're only playing like 20 seconds worth of the song.
I should know that, but I don't know the answer. But
we'll see if we can juice. I think we need 30. So maybe we should even if it's playing underneath. I guess if you're talking over. Either way, you can find it there as well. Anything else you guys want to add to this amazing little debut of the young'uns?
What's your favorite song right now?
Anyone?
They do actually love Too Young to Burn. Okay, I'm not. I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak for them, but they do love it. Okay.
I heard Laurel loves Slayer. Is that true? You ever get down with little Slayer? No, not yet. A little too young. Leave on.
They like AC/DC though. That's for sure.
It's halfway there.
Yeah, it's halfway to Slayer. Yeah, I like that. That should be their AC/DC's motto.
We are AC/DC.
Halfway
if you don't know us,
Slayer.
we're halfway to Slayer. Let's start making more sayings like that. Those are always fun. All right, you guys ready to head out? You were really good today. Just so you know, you can bring them by anytime. You didn't hear them at all during the record, hey?
Well,
You heard Maggie. I tried to get Maggie out.
Sound like she was hurt.
Front. Yeah, well, I went to literally pull her, and she was like, "No, don't you pull me." Then I felt huge shame and embarrassment. I had to apologize. I'm so sorry, guys. Then I had to use the old treat trick to get her outside. So
that's how we got my kids here with the candy.
There, literally. You guys hit the candy wagon one more time on your way out, okay? Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dolls! Woo! Yeah. It's hot in here, too. You notice that?
Oh, big time.
Yeah. I got to get some AC in here. But that's on me. You guys can go on and head out now. You're good.
Is the show...
We're just going to the next guest. You're done.
Okay.
Congratulations. You were great. You guys were all fantastic. You're TV stars now.
Let's go have a beverage.
There it is. You earned it today, my man.
Okay.
Very grateful for you stopping by, and we'll be in touch.
Okay. Are you still rolling right now?
Oh yeah, well, this is live. This is what the show does. Like this is what I've always wanted. You know, in a world where everything is so perfect and so manicured that there's not a single mistake, we want all the mistakes. This is the real show. This is what happens when you do a live show. It just goes on all the time. There you go. Let's cut to camera 2 real quick. Oh, running by. Do it again, Levi. Camera 2. Yeah, there you go. Get him. There. Oh, that's going to be a promo. You guys are going to be stars. Right on. Thank you again, you guys. You have a great day. Don't forget to get some candy.
Much love, you guys.
All the love on your show. Okay. We got Dragon on the ones and twos. Margaret, you want to come up? Report immediately. Dragon, can we go ahead and get a little Maggie cam? Although it's going to be her fluffy butt, but that's okay. Maggie cam it up. What's that? Oh, I can't spin her around. There she is, the Maggie cam. Oh, look at the look back. The over-the-shoulder look back. What a good girl. For our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, the whole team over there, always happy to help you out with whatever you or your pet needs. Just do not let your female dogs date Leroy, because Leroy, who is Mike and Rochelle's dog, is taken as him and Margaret are the hottest power couple in all of Saskatoon when it comes to puppies. That was a great Maggie camp. We are going to check in with LB here right away. Is he? Bye, guys. Have a great day. Say hi to the rest of the family. A rider insider. Little Brookman, LB, is supposed to zoom up. Is he there yet, Dragon, or how are we looking? Not quite yet. Okay. Well, this is a good time to take a drink. I wish I could drink your drink. Yeah, you. The guy walking by. Ah, of course, of course. I love that non-alcoholic wine. I think it's called grape juice. Give me that grape juice, baby. Oh, how's your Thursday going? You doing good? Yeah, you look great. Our final guest is in the green room right now, sweating. I was joking earlier about how the great Eric Andre from the Eric Andre Show, he would literally on purpose set the thermostat on the set of his talk show to like 31 or 32 degrees Celsius. And they wouldn't tell any guests. So the second the guest would walk on, it's just like heat, like boom. And then every guest, like it takes about a minute or two, but they all end up saying, "This is hot in here," and they're just dripping sweat. And then Eric Andrews always, "I don't know what you're talking about." And Hannibal Buress like, "No, man, I don't know what you're talking about." And that was like sort of their gimmick, and it looked very, very uncomfortable. And I always laughed because like that would suck. Now here we are with an Eric Andre set, and we're sweating all the way through our Young Bucks Death by Superkick shirts. You know, it's a tough time out here when you're always sweating. On this Thursday, we're just waiting on Little Brookman, who is our rider insider, as the boys got a game tonight. If you are in to football of the Canadian variety and you cheer for the local sports team, you got some action. You got something going on, and we are going to prep you for it as he has now arrived. I went a little bit early, but I didn't want to keep the Doll family here too long because everyone's just sweating it up. And I was like, man, that's just not fair. Now we go to the Zoom and check in with the Rider Insider. His name is LB. LB! Wow, you just, hold on, talking there again? I don't got him. We got to unmute.
3, 1, 2, 2.
Was that you on mute? Was that you on mute or was that us on mute?
I haven't been on mute the whole time. I know how many people make that mistake.
I feel like you just exposed the dragon there a little bit. You guys might have to have a fight to the death soon in the viewing room.
Well, also, to be fair, I've been here for 20 minutes. So
what the heck? Did you hear me calling out to you? I'm like, where is LB at? Is he there?
I was just waiting for Dragon to put me up.
Oh, okay. How good was Kurt Dahl in the family? Hey?
That was good. That was really entertaining. It was like a little tidbit of what you get on One Bad Pod.
Yeah, look at you selling that, a boy. It is game day in Riderville, and I don't know anything about game day today. So tell me what's going on. Who they're playing? What's the time for kickoff and all that? What are we looking at?
7:00 kickoff in Regina against the Argos.
Ooh,
so this will be an interesting matchup. It's because our new head coach this year, Corey Mace, and actually the new running back as well. That's their former team. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting game.
Okay. Now, with that in mind, how's Toronto looking this year? Are they pretty good? I heard you were saying they're better than the first 3 teams they beat. I guess 2 teams.
Yeah, no, this is the first real okay, this is the first test, I guess you'd call it. Right, they're still without their starting quarterback. He got suspended for 9 games at the start of the season.
Ooh. What happened?
There was sexual misconduct or something like that.
Oh yeah,
some sort of
Chad Kelly.
Yeah,
he's a bit of a piece of poop.
Yeah, so they've been on their backup for the season, and he's doing okay, but they are definitely going to be a good team. Also, we don't have Trevor Harris. That's going to be the big key.
I heard,
and you're going to be sad about this.
6 weeks?
Don't have Sean Bain either.
Well, come on. Why are we even watching? What happened to the Bain?
I don't know. All they said was personal reasons.
No.
So I have no idea what that means.
The only reason I want to watch, and he's not even there. Maybe he's busy robbing Gotham again. Doing his Bane stuff that he likes to do. So Trevor Harris out with a sprained MCL. What's it, 6 games? Is that true?
Yeah, well, they put him on the 6th game. And I got to give Mace kudos for this because, we've seen it time and time again where your star quarterback usually, or your star player, they get injured, and it's just like a minor injury, you'd call it. And they're like, no, I'm good. Put me back in. I'm good. And then the coach is like, okay. And then they go in and they're never the same again. Right. And so I got to give him credit for like, okay, it's early in the season. We're 3-0. We can take the potential loss
Yeah.
in term like to give us wins later in the season when it matters, you know.
Yeah, that is smart. So who we got starting then? Is it Mr. Patterson?
Shea Patterson, yeah.
Shea Patterson. Now, what do you know about him? You got any notes on him or anything?
Well, this is his first year as the backup. He was around the last couple of years, but it was Mace and Dolagal that were the
Oh
backups. So
yeah.
this is his first year. In training camp, he looked pretty good. Preseason, he got some good reps and he was looking okay. Last week, it was at halftime that Harris got injured, so he was in for the second half of the
Second
game, and he
half,
was looking okay, not as good as training camp. He still scored, but you know,
You don't seem very hyped on Shea Patterson, bro.
I don't think they should have gone with him. In my opinion, they should have kept Dolagal. But
Jeez. I
you know,
wonder what Bain thinks. Do you think he's got it? Like, since he's not playing, it probably doesn't matter.
yeah, I
Just-
have no idea.
I'm so upset. Like, and all I need to get me interested in this team is just him to do the full-on Bane walkout intro with the Bane mask, and we're not even going to get it. I have a feeling that if it's a personal reason, that seems a lot like that could be either really bad or just a one-off type of thing, right? Like it's not like
Yeah.
it's an injury.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm wondering if it's a family thing,
Yeah.
like somebody died or something.
Ugh.
That's my
Well, I
hope in a way. I mean, that sounds kind of gruesome, but I'm hoping it's not some sort of got arrested or something and they just don't want to say it.
Well, hopefully everything's okay with Mr. Bain Jr. As we continue on your show on this Thursday, we got a rider insider in the house. His name is LB. You know him from the upcoming debuting show, The Viewing Room, here on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network, as well as producer, head engineer, and the face that built the place, as he is the one who got this whole Death Star up and operational. You'll be happy to know, by the way, I got all the orders in for the recording booth now, so hopefully by
excellent.
Monday we'll be rolling. Something for you to pick up there. Who else? Who else should we be looking out for tonight? Because it sounds like if we're gonna have backups starting at quarterback, is it going to be a little bit of a tough slog out there?
I don't know. Like I think that both of these teams like Toronto likes to use their run game, and the Riders have the lowest, like I don't know, basically they let the least yards in, like the least rushing yards
Well, there you go.
against them.
Okay.
So that should be interesting, and that would in a way kind of negate the quarterbacks, because if Toronto's just doing a lot of rushing, then a handoff is a handoff. It's
Okay.
but yeah.
When I hear that, I think, okay, this defense is going to have to step up. But apparently, this defense has been. They have something like 9 turnovers in the first 2 games. Like the defense is showing up.
Yeah,
right? Something
yeah,
nuts
but
like
I don't even think that's the highest in the league right now. Like
They were
we're
second.
not even like we're
Yeah. But still, when you're doing that and you got a backup quarterback rolling in, maybe it's time for those DBs to feast some more.
hopefully, yeah.
How do you feel about the term pick six?
I mean,
You
when
use
it's
it?
for us, I love it. When it's against us, I hate it.
Do you say it though? Do you actually like say it? Oh, it's a
Oh,
pick
I say
six?
it all the time.
Oh, I
I'm
hate
like, oh, if
that
we can just get
saying.
a pick six here, that would be great, guys.
That's
You know,
one of
just
my
do a
pet
pick six.
peeves. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, and
Why?
it's because it's an interception for a touchdown.
Yeah,
Why
so you
is that
pick
so-
it off and you get 6.
Just it seems like such a useless phrase, I guess is my point.
Well, but
Because-
how so? It describes it where you pick it off and get a touchdown all in the same play.
When I hear pick six, it's like, well, what are you picking 6 of? Where are you going to pick? Are you going to the garden? You're gonna go pick 6 strawberries? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, for me, it's an interception for a touchdown. Simple.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say, oh, let's get an interception for a touchdown here. That just sounds like I'm trying to announce the game. I'm
Well,
just
it sounds
sitting
like
on my
you're-
couch
yeah,
watching
okay.
it.
Apparently I'm the old guy in my underwear on the front lawn again, shaking, as everyone confirms. Apparently that's all I am now. It's just the old guy on the lawn. All right, buddy. Anything else we need to know before tonight? 7 o'clock kickoff at beautiful Mosaic Stadium at Taylor Field.
Nah, that's all the important information.
Wow. Okay. His name is LB. He is our Mr. Everything around here, as well as our Rider Insider. Dude, thank you for getting us all set for tonight, and hopefully we can get you in tomorrow. I guess you're in here anyway working, so we'll get you back on for a Rider recap as well, okay? Make sure you take lots of notes tonight.
I will.
All right, LB,
and no spoilers
everybody.
in the group chat. No spoilers in the group
Yeah,
chat.
well,
I'm watching
everyone's
it
gonna
later,
spoil
so
it
no
for you.
spoilers in the group chat.
Good
Okay?
luck. You know, no one on that group chat watches the show, right?
Oh, that's fair.
It's LB! Take care, buddy. Oh, man, I love this show. I love doing this every day, you know that? Hanging out with you and all of our cool friends that stop by that are always doing cool stuff. Speaking of, look at that. As I wait, as he is probably sending off a very important email or text to someone very important. I will say this. I'm hoping we got some walk-up music for our final guest of the day, as the Dragon's working his magic right now. I'm assuming that he will. You got some walk-up for our next guest? Yeah, no pressure. It's all good. He just, like Dragon, in case you ever wonder how talented our people are around here, Dragon has recorded 2 episodes of a show right up until 3 minutes before this show went on. And then in between that 3 minutes, he got all 3 cameras set up, got the lights fixed, and flipped the whole set right over. And then we went right into it, and we've been going ever since. And he just fixed a bunch of cameras again on the spot. It's so beautiful. What do you say? Should we bring him up? Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. I'm gonna sit here. Look, hey, Commander Cookout Podcast, best in the biz at what they do. Those boys will be here tomorrow, along with the cast of the Past Our Bedtime podcast, as Friday is turning into the party day around here in the damn clubhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from not just the local music scene, but just the local model scene, as he is so handsome and so kind and just an absolute treat to be around. His name is Ugly Kid Joe! I love that Paperboy theme. Yeah, buddy.
I didn't know there was a model scene for like discarded pottery projects, because I think that's the only model scene I'm a part of. Your vase didn't turn out great? You're gonna chuck it in some back room and, oh hey, what's Joel doing back there?
Don't worry about him. He's just modeling again.
Yeah.
That's good. That is good. How are you, old friend?
We're good. It's almost the weekend already. These short work weeks
Isn't that
are
weird.
Yeah, a
It's
little
felt
chaotic.
Really weird all week. I felt like I've been behind on everything. Like everything.
I was asking somebody what they were going to get up to for their week ahead, and I was like, "Oh, wait a second. It's Friday tomorrow. There is no week left."
It's embarrassing. How was your long weekend? Did you have a lot of fun doing long weekend stuff?
I went down to Regina, visited some friends, had a few
so
wobbly
popular.
pops. Forgot my sunglasses there. Fun fact: driving back to Saskatoon
Without?
on a sunny day without sunglasses is not fun.
Nope.
But we made it back.
I'm happy.
And
And
here we
especially
are.
with that hangover, too. You got the sun in
Oh.
your eyes, the glare. It's like, oh, I just
Yeah.
wanna,
We stopped and I went looking for the drinks that sponsored the NHL at one point. Why can't I think of
BioSteel?
it? BioSteel, yeah. I
Yeah.
can't find them anywhere anymore.
I think they changed over. Coach Mazer sent me something about, oh, I'll never be able to find it. We text so much. But something about how they have a new company.
Oh.
So it's like BioSteel, but they changed the name.
I saw they filed for like bankruptcy at one point, and like I actually enjoyed those drinks, and now I can't find them anywhere. And there's like these Gatorade plus
so good.
electrolytes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like these things. Have you tried these guys? The Renews?
I did drink one of those while I was sitting back there.
Yeah, aren't they awesome?
They are fantastic.
Yeah, and they're so full. Electrolytes, vitamins, and they got lion's mane mushrooms in them. Help you with the
I'm
nootropics.
glad you finished out with mushrooms. I was like, where are we getting lion's mane from, and why are we drinking this? And I think they're like an endangered species. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Just a little sprinkle of lion's mane.
We're making a little
Fresh
witch's
off the
brew.
mane.
Eye of
Fun.
newt, mane of lion.
Have you ever met anyone who has a cauldron?
Cauldron. No.
Like double toil and trouble?
No.
They're just-
It's a great question.
I think Hardcore has one. I always joke about our friend Hardcore from the Past Our Bedtime podcast, who's here on Fridays, that she makes all these different specialties, and she like buys like all the bulk ingredients, and then I just picture her in like a big cauldrony room with like bubbles
Yeah.
going over it, and her just like, yes, more of this like cramp bark and all sorts of fun stuff.
Boil, Doyle. Yeah. How's that
Boil,
going?
Doyle.
Doyle. Oh, Doyle rules!
I'm waiting for it. O'Doyle does
Toil and
rule.
trouble,
There
whatever
he
that,
is.
Shakespeare stuff is.
All right, well, let's get to some business, as I know it's a little bit lighter as we roll into the summer section of the local music scene, but we do have a jazz festival kicking off. Is that something that's going on?
Things are going to get real jazzy up in here.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know if anybody actually plays jazz music at any
That's
point
weird.
for
Hey,
the Jazz Fest.
It's
Yeah.
sort of lost the jazziness. You know where they do? Like at the basement and those those sort of out of the way places. They
Yeah.
still focus on the jazz aspect of Jazz Fest, but you're definitely right. The whole sort of genre has moved
Jazz.
a little bit. So that was a jazz hand, non-plural. We should ask KD. He's on the board.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
I saw him
bored of
there
Jazz
every day
Fest.
last year, and he
Yeah.
was probably getting tired of seeing a drunk Joel wandering around Jazz Fest.
KD!
Hey, I know that guy!
Come here, my friend. No, just come real quick.
Get me backstage with the Beaches, please.
God,
To
I love
which
the
he did get me backstage with the Beaches, and they
course
are
he did.
lovely women.
They're so sweet. They were probably one of my favorite interviews that I ever did was at the Beaches.
Yeah.
And only because they love Maggie. The entire time they were just all over Maggie, talking about how beautiful she is and how nice she is. I was like, "Will you guys stop?"
They're coming back for the Saskatoon X this year, and I'm already plotting on how to get them into studio because they are just genuinely lovely people.
And I feel like they would remember everyone there.
Yeah.
You know? They were like, they're not your normal rock stars.
No, they're
Which I
still like
appreciate.
small time, even though
Yeah.
they've hit it big time.
Huge.
now,
They got
so.
they're doing shows in the States with like all the big bands.
Yeah, blame
Brett.
Brett. That was massive.
Blame
Like
Brett.
they had huge streaming numbers. It was #1 in the U.S. on alt charts. I think it was. Like it was a massive success. So
Nice. So are you going to be doing any jazz festing?
I will be jazz festing.
Oh, look out, Jazz Fest. Ugly Kid Joel's coming through.
It just seems like the thing to do, you know. My parents are in town on the Saturday,
Oh, nice.
so
You got an activity for everyone to do.
yeah, you can. Hey, mom and dad, you can watch me be drunk at the Jazz Fest. So they're really proud of me.
Not until you get up on stage in your undies and you start singing with someone.
No, that was last weekend. But,
Oh, okay, you already got that in.
Jazz Fest. I was actually just chatting with Anna Haverstock. She's going to be on Hometown Rock on Monday.
Super talented.
Oh, she's amazing.
Super talented. Yes.
So she and her band, of which Matt Stinn from Greenwing is playing bass with her on Monday.
Greenwing is so
or not
hot
Monday,
right now, too.
sorry. Greenwing is hot, yeah. But they are opening up the whole thing on Saturday ahead of Melissa Etheridge and Jewel, the kind of headliner
no,
night.
Jewel?
Yeah, Jewel's
I
in
did
town.
not know Jewel was coming.
Melissa Etheridge is another, like, this is some
I
peak
remember
90s
Melissa
nostalgia
Etheridge.
right
What
now.
was Jewel's song? Talk to me about Jewel for a second.
Oh, geez. I was just trying to figure this out. She had one really big song, and I can't remember the
I
name
think
of
I
it.
always get Fiona Apple and Jewel mixed up.
Oh, all
That's
right.
a weird combo, hey?
I went and I played the Jewel song for myself because I'm like, I know the song. And I'm like, as soon as you play it, you're like, oh, yeah, I know what this song is, but I can't remember the name of it. But
You ready for it?
yes.
You think Jewel will just come up as Jewel? or is it
No,
gonna show
you're
me
going to get like
Jewels?
Bejeweled ads or something.
No, I got, oh, she's 50 years old.
Oh, is she looking good for 50?
Ah,
Of course she is.
you were meant for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I was meant for
yeah. Like I said, the moment you play it, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
These foolish games are tearing me apart.
So we're going to let her sing that on Saturday.
Good luck.
As much as that
Won't
was
be
a
half as good as what you just
fantastic
got.
rendition.
And Melissa Etheridge, I always think she's the one that says, I'm a bitch.
No, that's Meredith Brooks.
Of course. it
Melissa
is.
Etheridge is "Come to My Window,"
Okay.
which I learned today. She's singing about not family-friendly things, or maybe somebody was just joking with me and I fell for it.
Not you.
Well,
Actually, I actually legit, that came out totally wrong. What I meant to say was, dude, you never get tricked.
no, never. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Serious.
So I'm gonna have to go look that up at one point because like a window and "Come to My Door" are apparently references for aspects anatomy-wise.
So the window.
To the window.
To the wall,
To the
to the door.
wall, or window.
Yeah, I can see where that goes.
So yeah. Anyways, fun fact about Melissa Etheridge.
And that's on Saturday,
Saturday, yeah.
back to back.
Back to back, Jewel and Melissa
Wow.
Etheridge. So it's pretty cool that Anna Haverstock gets to open up for that because that's some big names.
Does she get to like hang out with them at all?
That's a great question. She's on at like 4 o'clock, I think she said.
Might
So
be a
they might
little
not
early.
even be there
Yeah.
until later in the night.
Well, I know with Rock the River, even when all the bands are there sort of together, I always felt like they didn't really mingle.
Yeah.
Everyone sort of stays to themselves, and I always thought that was kind of weird.
I tried to go talk to Tom Cochran because he had a smoking hot girlfriend. And
There's
I,
a reason to talk to
I-
Tom Cochran.
Sure, it's Tom Cochran, but wow. And like I went walking up to the tent, and they like saw me coming, and they're just like,
No, they gave you the.
they didn't know what I was just coming to say hi, as far as they know.
Well, what if you were? You know what you should have did? You should have beers.
Touche.
Back in that backstage area at Rock the River, if you walk around with a big thing of booze, everyone will just come on in.
To be fair, if I saw me walking towards me, I would also be like, "What's this guy doing? And
Not
why?
me.
Why is he coming towards me?"
I would say I want to do something with that guy. That's what I would be saying.
But yeah,
that's-
I think Jazz Fest as a whole is going to be a good time. And like the cool thing about Jazz Fest is not only is it like the 3 big paid nights, 11th, 12th, 13th, I think it is, but like already starting tomorrow or today, there's events going on throughout the city. I was chatting with the Dump Babes earlier this week, and they've got a show tomorrow over at the Brighton Amphitheater. Food trucks, free show. You just show up and take in some live music, and there's a lot of this stuff going all over Saskatoon right now.
It takes over the city. Tell me more about the Dump Babes.
The
Please
Dump
tell me they work at the dump.
Babes. That was the first question I asked them when I first chatted with them. I was like, "Are you like Dump Babes as in like the dump, or as in like dumpy?"
Or got dumped.
Yeah, I think there was
Or
a
the
couple other
dumpers.
aspects of potential dumping that
Well, I know-
I asked them about.
Matt from All the Bands, who's here every Tuesday, and is the star, along with Uncle Mike, of the All Out of Angst podcast, which is dropping hopefully next week. He works at the dump. So if they work at the dump too, he would know.
Okay, I can't remember what she said. I think it was like literal dump babes. That was what they were going for.
It still doesn't make sense to me.
Which fun fact, if you say dump babes really quickly, it's tough to do. I screwed it up multiple times on air.
Dump babes.
Dump babes.
You got to
Well,
emphasize the ump.
You kind of blur the P and the B together. But if you stop and say like dump babes, I struggle with that for some reason.
This is
We're-
learning to talk and sentence structure and pronouncers with Ugly Kid Joel and Gary on your show on this Thursday. What's going on with all the other amazing bands around town? Like, when Jazz Fest comes through, does it sort of slow down the local scene a little bit?
Surprisingly not, because there's a lot of stuff coming up next weekend. And I was wondering the same thing. I was like, I'm not going to be able to get to all of these. Tuesday,
You're so cool, man. I still can't believe you make it to all these shows. I'm so
I
proud.
try. I'm only in so many places at once, though.
And it's so appreciated. Like I don't know if you've heard this or not, but like I've talked to people in sort of the local scene, and they're all saying, "Yeah, man, that Joel guy, he's coming to the shows, and it's so cool to see him." And then he's playing all the bands. Like, you started this whole movement of like, find Ugly Kid Joel, and he will help your band.
I'm just
which makes
kind
me
of
so
like
proud, so
wandering
happy.
around, being like, "Hey, this is fun." So I'm glad other people
Well,
are
that's
enjoying
the
it.
other side of it, right? Like, part of your job is going to concerts and hanging out with bands.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't get any better than that.
What else is going on next week? Banastronaut, who I've mentioned before, they dropped an album dropping an album tomorrow, and then they have a show on Friday the 12th at Amigos for their album release party.
Nice.
So that's going on Friday. I was chatting with Christopher and the Saints. They're going to be on next week. They have a show over at Somewhere Else Pub
Love
on
Somewhere
Saturday.
Else. Hello to all of our friends over at Somewhere Else Pub and Grill.
Those wings are fantastic.
So good.
Blind Commentary just released an EP. Our buddy Lane Jones's brother. Lane actually.
Lane's brother.
Oh, I saw he actually produced the EP for him at Fairmont Studios. So
Is
shout
Lane
out to
doing
Lane.
a bunch of producing? Like, should we be
I
sending bands over his way?
That's a great
Love that,
question.
man.
He helped produce the Tick in a Box Silly and Wit video that
Cute.
it
Guess
did
what?
very well.
Guess what? Guess who did a lot of work on that?
That has been in my head for ages, and I know there's a fellow in this room that spent a significant amount of time on that project.
That's you, Dragon.
He's
We're
not
so
listening to
proud
what
of
we're
you,
talking
my
about.
sweet little dragon angel. That's you. You're the one who created that 1 million+ view video.
There were some beautiful shots.
So cool. Yeah, we'll give everyone credit, of course.
But
He's
yes.
always trying to give all the credit to Sully and Wit. And I'm like, dude, you did a lot of work.
Sully and Wit, talented vocalists, are not as talented as the video perhaps leads you to believe. There was a little professional help
Little auto-tune?
in there. So
Not even auto-tune. What would it be? Voice tune?
I don't even know how he does it, but Lane does fantastic work. So Fairmont Studios, if you ever want to
Shout
and
him
need help with something.
Great dude. Great dude. What a good team. Man, I get so proud when I see things like that.
Yeah.
You know, when you see all your buddies just coming together and just crushing. Like, what I was asking this guy about it too, the El Dragon. What happens when you have a video that hits damn near 2 million views? Like, what does that bring?
For somebody anybody like us at a radio station, we get nothing from it because we haven't monetized it. You can, I think, if you're a page or something, you can monetize
Yeah.
this. So if you got 1 million views on your video and you're running ads before or
yeah.
after or in the middle of this, then you do see money from that.
But this obviously brings in a huge amount of listeners and fans, right?
Yeah, that's it. The whole purpose is just for people to have fun and see it and think, hey, that's cool. And maybe they come and follow our social media for other things like that. So.
Well, as long as Dragon keeps making videos, you little rascal. God, I'm so proud of him. It makes me so happy.
Forgot the last band I'm chatting with tomorrow.
Prove it.
Haven't chatted with them before. They are called Slow Down Molasses.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm looking
Have you
forward.
listened to Slow Down Molasses?
I was listening to some today because I was lining up an interview with them. I was like, well, I better go listen to
Who are
their
you
stuff.
talking with?
Tyler? No. His last name was a Mick something. McCoy?
Boy.
McCoy?
Well, I know Levy. Levy's my dude.
No, wasn't
Levy
Levy.
is my dude.
I'm blanking on that because I haven't actually chatted
Him
with
and
him yet. So.
Chris Morin.
Okay.
Like all the dudes in that band are just incredible. Incredible guys.
I work with a fellow named Andrew who has recently started drumming with them right now.
Hell yeah.
So when I saw that they were opening up for Blind Commentary at their EP release show, I was like, well, I better wander down the hallway and tell them to get somebody in touch with me from the band. Because really cool thing, that show, Blind Commentary and Slow Down Molasses, are playing at a bowling alley.
Finally.
Which I just love the idea of that.
Hell yeah. So how would that work out? You just like is there a crowd area in the bowling alley? What would the setup be?
I'm genuinely curious. Like, are they blocking off the lanes? Like, people aren't bowling during the show?
I will say we had a fundraiser way back. Where did I put it? Do I have something here? Our friends over at the Pink Wig, shout out to Kinger and the gang with the Pink Wig, had a fundraiser at a bowling alley. They had a DJ and he was set up. They shut down like 2 of the middle lanes and he was set up right in the middle of the 2 lanes.
Yeah.
And he was working. But I don't know if you can get a full band in there.
That's a great question. We're going to find out.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I'm looking forward to that. It's like an early show, too, because I think it's on a weekday. I'm forgetting when it is. But yeah, early show in a bowling alley. A couple of great local bands. Like, what's there not to love?
Do shows still go late? Are there still late shows?
Yes, because I've been to some very late shows. And I'm sitting there like the old man that I am, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I'm sure the headliner act is going to be on, and then it's like, oh, it's now 1 o'clock, and I think it was Green Wing's album release party, and I was like, man, this is some great music, but I'm also like, when are they getting on?
When are we gonna get to the fireworks factory?
I'm tired,
dude. Maybe that's just a Louis thing, because the last show I was at was the Lagwagon show, one of the greatest punk rock shows I've ever been to in my life, and it was at Louis. And a couple of the boys were supposed to meet us there, and they didn't get there until like 10:30. And the show ended at 11. And apparently at Louis, like if you go past 11 o'clock, you have to pay like an extra amount of money. And they have this whole process, so the bands have to be out. So the headliners go on at like 9 o'clock. It's crazy.
It might be something to do with like zoning, in the university area.
I think it's just
area.
a Louis exclusive thing.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking about the other places.
Yeah, because Amigos, Capitol Music Club, like you're going late there. Coors Event Center, all of those, they're not ending anytime soon.
As Ugly Kid Joel knows.
As my sleep schedule has yelled at me about.
That's interesting. What else is going on there? How have you been as a human being? Let's get to know Ugly Kid Joel a little bit before we sign off for today. How's life?
Life is as it usually is. I live a rather uneventful life.
I don't know if I'd say that much, but okay, if that helps you sleep at night.
Well, we're not going to get into my
of course not.
my nightlife, I suppose.
Well, you just go to shows. That's all you do.
Well, yeah. No, I don't have any time for any people in between that. I wake up in the morning at 5 o'clock. I have a coffee. I go for a run at 6 o'clock.
God, that's gross.
And then I go to work, and then I come back from work, and I go to the field house. I love the field house.
Hold on a second. You wake up, you work out by going for a run.
Yeah.
And then you go to work, and then you go work out again?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, I need things to keep me occupied.
Yeah, that's fine. Working out doesn't have to be the thing.
Well, I kind of need it to be because I eat like garbage,
Yeah,
and there's a lot more behind this thinning black shirt than you may notice.
Are you regretting the black shirt in this heat? We just hit 25 degrees.
Oh man, there's nothing wrong with a little sweating. Maybe I'll sweat off a half a pound or something.
Next weigh in.
But yeah, my philosophy is I love to eat garbage food, and so if I'm gonna do that, I have to counteract it somehow.
You know what? You sound just like my mentor, my main man, the great Drew Remenda from sports.
Drew is a beauty.
Loves his Pepsis, and he
Mhm.
drinks Pepsis every day. And he loves his pepperoni pizzas from Boston Pizza. He's a very simple guy. All of his foods are simple, but they're not good for him. And one day I asked him, I was like, man, how do you do all that? He goes, this is the reason I work out. Every day he'll
Yep.
go on his treadmill and he'll do all of his calisthenics, and then he can enjoy his Pepsi.
See, I
Same
went
thing.
to the gym, Tuesday and Wednesday, and today is Thursday. I usually try to go every day, but then, to balance that out, I went to Domino's last night, ordered an
Yes.
entire large pizza. It was thin crust, so it's not as much,
like half
but I ate
pizza.
the whole pizza.
Yeah.
Because there is no balance in my life. I'd like to keep my body guessing as to what might be going on. One day I'll make a smoothie, the other day I'll eat a whole pizza.
I ate a half a tub of Reese's ice cream last night.
I'm glad it was like, when you said tub, I was like, are you just eating margarine, like straight out of the
No,
Reese's
not yet.
Pieces? Yes, okay, we can
It
work
was,
with
it's
it.
really good ice cream. But you talking about Domino's, I need to
man.
get some sort of deal with Domino's because I'm ordering it at least once a week. Not just because it's so delicious, but you can buy a medium 2-topping pizza for $9. And again, this is not a commercial for Domino's.
No.
I'm just saying if you're a poor guy trying to get a business off the ground and you have no money, Domino's is your best friend.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
order
eat,
3 pizzas for like $30 and you eat them for like 2 days.
stick them in the fridge, rotate it out.
it's
Fun
great.
fact: get a toaster oven or like a air fryer because
Yes.
pizza in the toaster oven or air fryer, it's like
Way-
fresh again.
It's way better than microwave.
If you eat soggy microwave pizza, I'm sad for you.
Yeah,
because
it's
you're
nowhere to
missing out on such great potential.
No, Maggie always loves when the delivery guy comes with our pizzas because every time I eat a crust, she gets a tiny little piece. She sits there like a perfect angel, then I give her a little nibble, and then we're good as we love pizza. What about video games before we close out?
Video
Play anything?
games.
Are you gaming at all?
I haven't had much time for video games lately. I somehow missed the fact that Diablo 4 was out, and like I'm seeing all these stuff online now about it. I'm like, why am I not getting into this? Because
Are you hearing good things about it?
I've heard mixed results.
Me too. I'd love to get
But
your
overall,
thoughts.
in comparison to like Diablo 3, the reviews are overwhelmingly better because people did not like Diablo 3, and for good reason. It was such a far removal from D2, which
Yeah.
I've spent like years playing. I still have Diablo 2, and I have some great characters, and like that was a good
D2
game.
was like a landmark game. Okay? Like there's no way you were going to make something better than that.
No.
So it was going to decline in some sort of way. So they probably knew that when they decided to do something different.
But like my thought was, you have this beautiful construction in Diablo 2.
Yeah. Great
Like
system,
obviously
great
you
flow.
can't perfectly replicate it, or else this isn't a new game anymore. But why would you take this amazing thing and step so far away from it to the point where it's not even the same thing anymore? So I think Diablo 4 they came a lot back to what
Yeah.
the core was, but even then they're still. Why fix it if it's broke? Is my philosophy.
That's good.
And they tried to fix something that wasn't broke. It was perfect.
Yep. But as well, you already made a perfect game. How are you going to top it?
This is true.
So you just put a garbage one out there and then go back to the perfect one.
You want to talk about perfect
Sandwich.
games? Half-Life.
I never got into Half-Life. You know that?
Oh,
Never did.
Half-Life is quite possibly on multiple occasions, like literally reinvented what gaming is today with the original Half-Life and their physics engine and whatnot, the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
That basically set the standard for gaming for a decade to come. And then when Half-Life 2 came out, they just did it again. And everybody had been just following Half-Life or Steam or whatever for ages to come. And then they said, hey, the greatest gaming franchise in the history of the world, let's just not make it anymore. That's cool.
And people still play it. Like it's still going.
Oh, it's a classic. Like I'll pop it on sometimes and just take another playthrough because it's just an amazing series.
So we got our Twitch stream up and
Oh.
running. We're trying to figure out how I can get the video that we submitted for our world record speed run of All-Star Softball Dusty Diamonds. Once we get that edited up, because it's a 41 minute and 39 second run, broke the record by like 8 minutes, no big deal. And so we're going to edit that down and we're going to put that out as sort of basically to launch the Twitch stream. Now, are there any games you would love to stream on Twitch?
Stream on Twitch.
Be it in the group atmosphere. I think every
Like-
Friday night now, the whole team, we do a team
Oh,
Friday nights
okay.
Twitch stream.
You know I have
And-
a very busy life,
I
so
know.
I'm always so busy on Friday nights.
You are. You got shows to go to.
Old games, new games.
Whatever you want. Just to give you an idea, so Brooksy, our good friend from Wendy Brooks Media, look at that. Perfect timing.
perfect
Check
timing.
her out. She is
Yeah.
the best at what she does. She has already challenged Network Ryan to Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, don't tempt
Are you a
me
Super
with
Smash
Super
Bro?
Smash Brothers.
Okay, this is so we have 3 people now.
Are we playing like original Super
Oh yeah,
Smash
throw it back
Brothers?
64.
Oh,
And
I'm
64
not as
Smash
good on
Bros.
64. I was GameCube,
Okay, so
or
you're a
like
little
you could play the Wii version with a GameCube controller.
So this might be a little harder for you. I like that.
Yeah.
I enjoy where this is going. So she's bringing her 64 in.
Okay.
We're going to get some Super Smash Bros. Going. As well, we have LB, who is bringing in Guitar Hero. He wants to do the Guitar Hero. We were actually playing it yesterday. It was pretty fun.
I could never get the pinkies.
That's why we play medium. The difference between medium and hard and
Oh,
expert is there's no 5th one. So you can just go on your 4.
I was like 100% medium on every song.
Yeah.
I perfected medium, but I could never get the pinky.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard game to play. So that's another one we're bringing in. We have our original Nintendo games. So it ranges from anything. What would you want to bring in as a member of this lovely, beautiful family that we have when we start Twitch streaming? What do you want to
It's
crush?
gonna be Diablo 2. Like I will literally play that for days.
I guess, but that'd be PC though, hey?
I have I could bring you my file on a USB stick and we can plug it into something. I've got to get ready to go.
As I'm looking at my engineers, like, yeah, we can do it. Man, is there anything Dragon can't do? How lucky are we to have Dragon and LB around?
And if I bring it here and put it on an actual functional computer, I can finally update it to the new version because my terrible little computer is not capable of running the
Can't handle it.
Because yeah, you can take your original Diablo 2 game files and just put it into the new version, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful and updated. And I've been meaning
really
to do
cool.
that. So
And we could just plug it right into our feed there.
yeah, and then you can
Okay.
play my level 99 Sork.
Fine. Man, my favorite part of the Diablo series is exactly that. When you're so OP that you can walk into a boss battle and just one tap. And
Toss
then
a
just an
couple
explosion.
blizzards and boom, gone.
Explosion of loot everywhere. Like, this is the best game ever. Why don't I just start at level 99?
I've been working because it's so hard to do in solo because I don't even I don't think I have they shut down online for the original. I can't remember. I can't get online on mine anymore.
You may have aged out of that one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's very difficult on a solo run to get a summoning necromancer to level 99, and I'm just so insistent on doing that. I've got like 100 skeletons running around just getting obliterated as I go, so that's my next project.
I've never heard you say a sexier sentence in your life.
Ladies, look out.
Dude, just a
We're talking about
summoning
eating whole pizzas and playing video games.
Summoning a necromancer.
I am single. What are you waiting for?
His name is Ugly Kid Joel. You know him from Hometown Rock. You also know him from every single local show going on because that's what he does. But can he play the piano? People want to know.
I can do the dun 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 dun.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's about it.
Let's go ahead and play us out. La Dragon. Woo! Sweating again.
Is the piano playing?
Let's
yet?
go on. Yeah, you can go ahead. Thank you to the Doll family showing up, Laurel and Levon and KD from One Bad Podcast. As we got a couple new episodes recorded today, and then he came on and talked about the brand new single, which is blowing up as they always do. So thank you to our friends in One Bad Son for being so damn awesome. You can find the new one anywhere you find your music as well. It's the intro. You can't stop. You just quit.
You missed out on an opportunity to call it the Dollhouse while they were in here. By the way, just gonna throw that out there.
Thanks.
I had to take
Now
a
I
break.
feel
from my,
great shame again.
Yeah,
This was the Dollhouse for a bit.
yeah.
It was fun.
It's cool to play with dolls.
Too
Don't let your parents tell you otherwise.
Too Young to Burn is the song, and you can hear it as the intro for the One Bad Podcast, which is really cool as well. To LB, our sweet, beautiful prince, getting us ready for the Rider game tonight, 7 p.m. kickoff. The Kid Joel, who's winning tonight?
Oh, the Riders are gonna lose.
That's one for the Argos. You think so, hey?
Yeah, they've scraped by a few times. They're looking a lot better than last year, but they got no quarterback, and was the wide receiver that's hurt as well.
Oh my God, that's Bane.
Yeah, although Sean Lemon just got suspended, so that's helpful.
I saw that.
I cannot score a touchdown from the disabled list. Please
Yeah.
put me back on the field.
Riders are due for a disappointment.
Wow, spoken like a true Rider fan. The Dragon, thank you, my friend, for you literally just hold us through this one. So great job by you getting everything done and keeping us on the air and rolling. We will be back tomorrow for the Friday edition of your show at 4 p.m. We're going to have the whole gang here. The Pastor Bedtime podcast crew is going to be here. We're going to have the Commander Cookout podcast crew here in the house We're also going to have LB doing a post-game report for us, and we may even get our first Team Twitch going over on our Twitch stream channel. It's going to be fantastic. Anything else you want to say? You got about 30 seconds or so.
I would just like to thank you. That's all I could think of in time.
That was good. That was pretty good. I'd like to thank you as well.
Just general appreciation for people and the stuff they do, and for not being terrible people.
There it is. You heard it from him. You can make this world a better place together. We just have to stop caring about ourselves and start caring about others. Karma is very real, all right? Take care. Have a great rest of your night.